a new family has been revealed on the square as, Ravi is getting a kid he never knew about, and his ex-missus, who he had both Nugget and the new child, Priya. No, not Priya. Priya's the wife of Avani. That's a cool name, by the way. So obviously, great pronunciation, me.
You'll be like Avani, and I'll be like, Avani? Who the fuck's Avani?
But yeah, so like when this news initially came out, I read it, and this is obviously coming off the bat of this last week of EastEnders, where it's like, oh, Nugget's gone missing, and it's like, oh, a secret child story. Ah, that means Nugget's gone missing, and it's a secret. No.
Obviously, we both did 5 sentences on this where we were like, before we rolled the camera, you know. Because we don't just roll the camera, we do talk behind the screens. We're not like, fucking record. Don't speak to me. But we did
fucking look at me.
We did make a great point that if they're bringing a wife and child into this, I don't know if he's going to still shag his ex-wife, but if he is going to shag her,
come on,
he's not dying at Christmas.
Yes. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Unless the child fucks off, like you bring her in for a month and then like cause havoc and then she leaves, you know. The old Stone Cold arrive, raise hell, leave.
Yeah, it's the thing where obviously the thing with Ravi is because you can't really tell how the character's going. You don't know whether he's a fan favorite or a villain, and they kind of just blur the line in between the two. But you always wonder, how is he going to stay there? Because if his relationship with Suki's a bit in the bin, you know, like does he then team up with Suki to get rid of Nish? You know, does this happen? You know, they bond because their enemy is Nish instead, and you know that's a big thing. But if he does just have a family on the show, like, come on, of course he's fucking staying. There's no way he's not leaving or not staying, rather.
It would be like, so again, for an example, not really modern, but about 20 years nearly. An example would be, imagine Dan had a family he didn't know about in January 2004, or let's say December 2004, they come onto the show, and then they're like, February 2005, you're dying. You'd be like, mate, there's not enough breathing room here.
Yeah,
I understand they're being introduced in October, so it is literally 2 months. So you can't really have him be like, you're a dick, and then be like, well, he's dead. And then his daughter's like, didn't care about him. Like, it would be very weird.
Yeah, I suppose. And just to kind of get into the press release, this was reported on the 21st of September 2023. Ravi Gulati's in for an almighty shock next month when his ex-girlfriend Priya shows up in Walford with their daughter, who he had no idea had existed. You know, so who the fuck knows? Had no idea. I feel like Ravi's a person who wants a daughter and wants to believe that he will correct all of the mistakes he made with Nugget with his new daughter, you know.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I think I found a continuity error.
Okay.
Is she older than Nugget?
I wouldn't believe so.
Because if she's older than Nugget,
no.
Right? No, because hypothetically, if she is, that means that he does know about her, because she looks older than Nugget. So I'm like, obviously then he knows about her, because you can't hide the child.
I'll go into this a bit more, as it says. Ravi has kept Priya away from their son Nugget ever since their bittersweet years ago, entirely unaware that she fell pregnant again before he left. So yes, obviously she's younger than Nugget.
She looked older, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's kind of a thing where you can't really tell how old someone is, because some boys look like boys till they're fucking 30, and some women look insane, look like a mature adult when they're actually like 14. BBC knows a lot about that.
Jimmy Savile, just to bring him up.
But yeah, this says, when Ravi discovers that Priya has secretly been raising their daughter Avani alone, once again, cool fucking name, what a fucking name, it sends shockwaves throughout his entire world. Priya is played by Sophie Khan-Levy, who previously appeared in BBC drama The Sixth Commandment and Channel 5's All Creatures Great and Small, while newcomer Aaliyah James has been cast as Avani. I suppose just because I just had this set up earlier, is a picture of them on the screen. That's what they look like. Obviously, Nugget on the left, Ravi, and the one across some Nugget, and then I would assume you have Priya, and then on the right you have Avani, because one looks like a mum and one looks like a teenage girl. A hard-hitting analysis we hit there.
Ash, you cracked the fucking code. You were getting a pay rise.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Everybody says that Talking Walford has really good detective skill. Well, it's me. It's all me. I'm the fucking best.
See, this is why he wears the cardigan, because he knew he had to investigate. It's the cardigan, lads.
Exactly.
And also, I just want to say that while we're talking about what's in Ash's bedroom, he hid the Rey Mysterio pillow on me because he didn't want to show the internet the Rey Mysterio pillow. Only I get to see the Rey Mysterio pillow.
Exactly. The Rey Mysterio pillow stays on during sex.
Just like the Shrek Crocs. You do not take them off during sex. You keep them bad boys on.
Exactly. But just kind of get into this a bit more. Obviously, this is the comments from the actresses saying, I'm super excited to be joining this show and I can't wait to see what trouble Priya gets herself into. I watched EastEnders when I was growing up, so to see many familiar faces and walk onto the set is a dream come true. Yeah, everybody fucking says that. It's a press release. Let's say I get cast in Emmerdale, I'd be like, yeah, Emmerdale's my favourite fucking show. It's not though, is it? I watched it as a kid. Twice. Fuck off. Bit of a weird stickling point, but I am a contrarian piece of shit. James also shared a excitement saying, to be given this opportunity as my official debut to screen is a true blessing. I have found home in a supportiveness of the cast and the crew. I'm very thankful to feel a part of the EastEnders family already. I can't wait to bring Avani to life and to walk her path in Walford, and I'm excited to see what the universe has planned for my own future. The universe. Next, we just have a bit from Chris Clenshaw saying we're excited to bring them into the square. 2 women guaranteed to cause big drama. Little is known about Ravi and Priya's doomed romance, but she is a big missing piece in his past. The revelation that he's got another child will floor Ravi, and he's set to face a big challenge in his life when he's forced to cope with such a big shock to the system. Welcome Sophie and Aaliyah to the EastEnders family. If you want to cut in.
Aaliyah?
The actress name.
Oh, I was like, did he mix up a Fanny's name for Aaliyah? And I was like, huh? Could you imagine Chris Clenshaw gets fired next January? I know he won't. But imagine he gets fired January 2024, big press release, and then basically they just look at a Fanny and Perry, whatever the woman's name is, and they just go, Priya, I know you were introduced in October, but Chris Clenshaw's gone, so
yeah.
And
obviously, I think the way that they usually do this, obviously, when you bring in a character, you bring them in to have a hard edge, you bring them in to be really in your face and kind of loud. And through time, you slowly adjust, they get a little bit soft around the edge. Like Suki. Suki was queen bitch for a solid 2 years, and then suddenly now she's tongue in Eve. Don't know why I chose such kind of crude way to talk about it. But now she's with Eve. Obviously, she's a little bit softer. The relationship with Honey, you're not actually all that bad, are you? And that's when they usually bring in the family, if they're not already brought in a part of the family. You then get to see the more human side. Ravi's been the big bad for a decent amount of time on the show. But I feel like him realizing that he has a daughter and now has these responsibilities and feels like he can make up for the mistakes he's had with Nugget should generally he's never going to be a good guy. He's not. That's not in his nature. That's not how he's been written. But I do think that this is the way to keep him on the show as a long-running character, and to kind of keep it all together. I feel like him and Priya will get back together, but it'll be a really toxic, I love you, fuck you,
or Dan, basically, with Chrissy or.
True. And obviously, that's the actress, Avani, is, I feel like she's going to be that explosive teen, We are always looking for it, but some of the characters don't really fit the mold. Lily can't really be that explosive teen because she's 12. Amy has been given a bit more of like a sympathetic angle.
Quote my auntie, she's suicide. Not
Sound.
suicidal, suicide. So you know like that guy. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal.
But yeah, I think she'll be the big like shake up in the teens. Maybe she'll like be like, "Hello, Denzel, you dirty, sexy man."
No.
They'll be the same age, by the way. They'll be the same age. It's perfectly reasonable. It's not weird.
She goes up to Lily, and Lily has the baby in the pants. Fuck you, Lily. Yeah.
Like expect some teenage antics. Expect some drama. Expect some teen shit. Because we're kind of a lot of the teen characters are developed, but nobody's really that in your face. Fuck you. I don't give a shit character. So
I want her to be a big bully to like the kids. I know to the kids in their same age,
yes,
like Rafa.
yes.
I don't want growing up to a fucking Lexi. I mean, like, Lexi, your mum's dead.
Give me my fucking money.
But like, if she's around the same age as Lily and that, I understand people are going to go, but why Lily? I just want her harassing Lily for the fact that she's a teen mom, and going, that's not normal. Like, because you want to get her over that she's a bitch. So the number one thing you do is, again, like in wrestling, if you want to get a heel over, you go for the character that has a disability or is not.
Yeah,
you go
for the easy targets.
Yeah. So obviously, if I was Chris Glenshaw, the easy target for me would be a Fanny finding out that Lily is not a daughter. Lily is a mother to a daughter, and then basically have her belittle Lily, and then you can have that can also bleed into Christmas. See how I'm working things in. See, that leads into fucking not Ravi, Nish. You know, that leads into possibly Nish being killed.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, with all that said, there's not really much we can go into this. I think that there's been a lot of responses essentially going, all right, Ravi's not fucking dying.
And if he is, they're stupid.
Yeah, everybody just kind of goes, well, guess he's staying then. And that's reasonable. These soap fans probably very correct. Unless they are just very, like, kind of, they're brought in to be with Ravi, but if Ravi's dead, suddenly there's no fucking point now.
Do you know, like, again, because we're wrestling nerds, do you know, like, where, obviously in wrestling, they do this, where they put a character into a storyline to distract you from the actual storyline. So, like, Benoit and Triple H had Eugene. You know, like how Eugene was that little... He was that surprise character that no one wanted. What if these are like the surprise characters to make you think that Ravi isn't dying? So you think they're just a plot point. So, you know, they completely make you...
There's always a chance that it could be a red herring. And they could easily be like, her and Ravi don't work out. Avani, we're fucking leaving. Oh shit, Ravi died. Well, there's nothing left for us here. You know, they could easily do that. Stay. But I think it's soaps. EastEnders don't really introduce that many families, so introducing more characters will fill the void that obviously Kirat's gone, Ash is gone, Jags died fucking years ago, Vinny will probably be gone, Nish will probably be gone. Now we need a bit more of like a Panasar family to bolster Suki, probably Eve, and then Ravi and his family, because obviously families are important on soaps, because you need somebody to give a shit even if you're an absolute toxic arsehole.
See, the only family that EastEnders really cares about, and elite Japanese guys, I'm being honest here, is the Slaters. Because you look at the Slaters compared to the Mitchells and the Brannings, and even the Panasars, even fucking Sonia's family, they're like a fat kid at a buffet table. They have everything eaten. Like, everyone else doesn't have anything. The fat kids eating it all. Like, they're a massive fat family.
Like, I would say that, the Slaters eat up a lot of the, like, cast, of course. But that's like, it's like in Hollyoaks, obviously the McQueens are, like, fucking huge. Because they're, like, the most ridiculously trashy yet lovable family known to man. But like, obviously, you know, the Slaters take most of it. But, you know, the Mitchells, they're a bit low on numbers. I would personally add 1 or 2 more. The Brannings, yeah, I do that as well. I'd bring back Max. I'd bring back Jack's daughter, Penny, who was in a wheelchair, but they just forgot about her at some point. Doesn't exist anymore. I'd bring back Max. Yeah, she just left in like 2007 and has never been mentioned again. You know, I'd bring back 1 or 2 more people to bolster the numbers. Obviously the Taylors just need to be shit canned at this point. They're garbage. But
just to add on to that, the problem with the Taylors were it was an experiment that went wrong. I don't know why we're mentioning the Taylors, but fuck it, we might as well. They're an experiment gone wrong. They were going to be the new Slaters, you know, trashy, low life. I don't want to say scum, but low life, low on income. You know, can't give out about modern society being woke. You know, oh, cancel me because I speak the truth.
They are the lower class. We struggle to get by, but we have a good time whilst we're doing it. But they don't. They really don't. They're miserable all the time.
The only good Taylor is, of course, Mitch and his daughter. And I'd even say, I like to say Keanu, but he's more because he's shit. Like, Keanu is, again, like your favourite boxer, wrestler, football player who's absolutely shit, but you still have to root for him.
He's that guy who has such a really basic sense of humor that when he does it, it's really funny. Like,
exactly,
it's such a shit joke, but because he's absolutely fucking chuffed, like, I fucking did it. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because it fucking died.
He's the Amy Schumer of the square. But yeah, the Taylors, I don't see them bolstering that family. That family's pretty much, you know, that family's been run over by semi-truck, spilled petrol on it.
It's on its way out for sure.
The only probably Taylors you'll have left will be Bernie, fucking Keanu, maybe Mitch, and maybe his daughter. The rest have all fucked off.
Yeah,
basically.
Pretty much.
Because I don't think Mitch is leaving. Personally, no. I don't think he is.
It would be an absolute crime if he did leave. He's a fantastic character that doesn't do much.
But again, the Brannings need more family members. Same with the Mitchells. The Mitchells, you can just bring back some of the Mitchells. Like,
I mean, a lot of them are dead. Like,
yeah. But
they did murder half of them.
Yeah. But are they truly dead? It's a soap.
Exactly.
Unless they died on camera, did they actually die?
But there we are.
Well, fake die on camera. But again, just to add on, the Panasaws, again, I feel like another family that is going to be dead in the water, where they pretty much introduced them. They, like me, you know, you give me like a 2-course meal. You're like, here's a spice bag. Eat this spice bag. So I get halfway through it. I put extra chicken on it because, you know, it's €3 extra. Put extra chicken on it. So I get through it, and then you get to the end. You're like, oh no, I can't. Oh, I can't. And basically, that's the Panasaws, where they were like, yep, this is the entire family, and you're gone. You're gone.
The interesting thing is the family didn't really work for the longest time. Like, they brought him in, like, Kirat's this big, sexy, like kind of adult man, and he's got his little shitty brother Vinny and his weirdo brother Jags. And then there's, you know, some of them weren't supposed to be there for too long. Some of them have been there too long. And yeah, it was all rooted around Suki, and then it was rooted around making Suki a big character. And they've done a really good job of it. But ultimately, now that Nish and Vinny are probably gone, you need some new family members to keep like that dynamic there. Because it's never that fun when you just have a character who exclusively interacts with like 2 other people, because where's the drama come from there?
Basically, like what most people did in the early 2010s and not the 2010s on EastEnders. But my early theory would be maybe Priya. Priya. Maybe she will help like Suki try and get rid of Nish. Maybe we're not seeing it correctly. Maybe she doesn't like, or not Nish, Ravi. Maybe she wants to get rid of Ravi because maybe he's wealthy and, you know, he dies. He fell down the stairs, officer, I promise. But that 50k he left, you know, he always said he loved me. So that 50k, I know he fell down the stairs, but come on. Maybe she's like that, and maybe their other daughter, Afali, doesn't like Ravi. Probably thinks he's an ignorant bastard,
He is.
It's just that kind of thing on the show.
Yeah.
But that's just my theory. I just hope they're kind of like that one surprise where you're watching a storyline and then you're like, holy shit, this storyline's gonna be mega, and then it's like, here's this character no one wants, and they bring them in, and then they're like, holy shit, you were actually good, and you stay, and then you forget about the original plot point,
and then they stay there for about 6 years afterwards, and then eventually leave, and they go,
yeah,
I was only on a 2-week contract. Fucking hell.
But like then when the original plot point comes out and the person dies, or the baby face gets over, then you're like, holy shit, you have this new baby face, you have this new family, here we go. But hopefully they're not just introduced to be left again to leave.
Yeah, I highly doubt it will be.
And hopefully they like stay, and it's not like you're here for 2 years, fuck off. Make a tweet that you hate EastEnders, you want us all to die. And then about 5 years, do a racist crime and then come back to us. That's how we work.
I mean, it's kind of like how the Highways kind of happened, where obviously, Callum, Stewart, the brothers is great. Oh, wait, Callum's leaving and Stewart's gone. Well, we had a hell of a run. Hell of a run.
Come back? Oh, no, this was when Callum originally left, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Callum came first and then Stewart came after. So.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, there we are. That's our thoughts on Ravi's secret family revealed. The image will be flashed up on the screen as of now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Do you like the idea of bringing a new family to possibly make Ravi not so much of a villain? Or do you love it when he's a sexy little hard man? Whoa.
And would you shag him? Real questions in the comments below. I've been joined by Ash, and I've been Piggy from Watching Walford. Follow us again on Twitter /X, Instagram and Twitch at Watching Walford. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Watching Walford. We are on the road to 200, and if we already hit 200, we're on the road to 250.
Exactly.
And if you already hit 250, well, pay us. So we will see you in the next one. And just remember, it's not bad when men get their shirts off.
Exactly.
Same with women.
Same
with women.